days. It's easy online at pbmeter.com. Use the offer code on your screen to order today.
Hey, Kevin, how you doing?
Hey, Brian, how are you?
Hey, the meeting's at 1, right?
Uh-huh.
See you there.
Slim Fast Meal on the Go bars. Nutritional meal options to...
Man, that was strange. But, it's 2 p.m. Saturday, January 19th, 2002. Done for 2 p.m.
For $100 mail-in rebate, or check out the Lightweight Solo 1400 notebook. It's only $9.99 after a $100 mail-in rebate. These amazing deals won't last long, so call 1-800-GATEWAY. Hurry, offer ends soon.
Get the latest in cool PC technology by calling 1-800-GATEWAY.
Tens of thousands of people continue to purchase new Oldsmobiles. Is it because of our bonus cash offer? Or the 5-year, 60,000-mile GM protection plan? Or did they simply take a test drive? Are you in the market? Get in an Oldsmobile, backed by GM.
Get $2,002 bonus cash when you purchase or lease any new 2002 Oldsmobile. The Ice Bowl, 1967. Thousands watch their beloved Packers in sub-zero temperatures because sometimes it's more fun in the cold. Whether it's football, skiing, or travel, Weather.com helps you do the things important to you in any weather. Weather.com. Live by it.
Now, from the Weather Channel, here's your local forecast, always on the 8s of every hour. Currently, the temperature is 26 degrees with light snow. Your forecast. Expect fair skies Monday through Wednesday with temperatures in the 40s on Monday.
You're watching the Weather Channel. Live by it.
Heavy rain falls over many areas of the South today, the exception Florida. You have snow showers in the Midwest, and the winter storm continues to target the Northeast today. Some areas have received several inches of snow.
Here in Washington, the snow has changed to sleet. What's in store for the rest of this afternoon and the rest of the weekend here? We'll update your forecast and talk impact coming up on Weather Center.
And hello and welcome to Weather Center. I'm Kristen Dodd. Some of you in the Northeast are seeing the first snow of the season today. It's a fast-moving storm system that is bringing snow to places like Washington, D.C., where we'll join Mike Seidel in just a few moments, but also in Philadelphia, New York City, and eventually in Boston. Our winter weather analyst, Colin Marquis, is keeping a close eye on the storm, and he joins us now with an update. Colin?
Yes, Kristen, sometimes the subtlest storms end up being the most complicated, and we are dealing with a rather complicated system today with lots of different pieces. It's relatively disorganized, and the bottom line is no place will see a tremendous amount of snow, but many places will see a moderate amount of snow, let's call it. This is a radar out of Washington we've been showing you all morning, and in recent hours we have noted that dry air has pushed through the Washington area and indeed now entering the Baltimore area, so we are seeing a lull in the snowfall, and indeed with that lull, a little bit of warmer air moving in 5,000 feet up, so we are seeing not only the snow tapering off, but a little bit of mix now into the Washington area with some sleet and maybe even some raindrops. Heaviest snow right now continues across the Philadelphia area down toward Atlantic City and indeed over toward Wilmington into the eastern shore of the Chesapeake. That batch of snow should continue to move to the northeast in time. We also have been telling you that the atmosphere is reloading a bit down to the southwest, and we think that some of that moisture will continue to stream into the Washington and Baltimore area. So we're not going to see the precipitation end altogether, but we will see on again, off again, light precipitation. I did mention, however, that the atmosphere is warming, and so as the precipitation comes back or turns on again, off again through the remainder of the afternoon into the evening across Washington, we will be seeing a mixture of precipitation and not all snow. Moving to the northeast into the New York area, light to occasionally moderate snow across the metropolitan area. That will continue for the next several hours. A little bit of dry air that we're watching may move into the northwest suburbs in the next, say, hour or two or three, and a little bit of light snow now breaking out across southwestern Connecticut. That will continue to head east across southernmost sections of New England. So now an updated snowfall map for additional accumulations. Notice that Washington now only about an inch maybe additional, and that's a maybe. That is if you get a burst of snow, and it's more snow than other types of precipitation, but the most additional snow from the Baltimore, Philadelphia, and New York area up into extreme southern sections of New England. And I do want to mention for the folks in Boston, we do have you on the 3-inch line, but my confidence for 3 inches in Boston is fairly low at this point. We will continue to follow that story through the remainder of the afternoon. Now back to Kristen.
All right, so stay tuned. Thank you very much, Colin. Well, we are seeing that snow continue to sweep closer to the D.C. area and eventually head on up into New York City. In D.C., we have our own Mike Seidel, and he has seen the snow today. A bit of a break now, but don't dry those socks out just yet, Mike. You're going to stay wet, it looks like.
Yeah, right now, as we mentioned last half hour, Kristen, the snow has changed to sleet and rain, the temperature 34. What has happened is that all the lift we had with that big batch of snow has gone away, so now the atmosphere in the mid-levels has warmed, and that's where the precipitation is manufactured. I want to show you what it looked like, though, about an hour and a half ago. This is when it was snowing very, very hard, the hardest we've seen all winter, because until today it was just a trace of snowfall. Big old wet flakes coming down in Washington, and some pretty pictures out here on the mall. It lasted, the real hard stuff lasted about an hour and a half or 2 hours. It started snowing at about 9 this morning. The damage, not too bad. Look at the streets out here. We're out here just on the mall, just in back of the Capitol, and notice that the slush that was here on the side of the road has now melted and has been kind of eradicated by the traffic on the roadway. So the roads are in pretty good shape, but again tonight, as temperatures late tonight fall below freezing, we will have some problems with some icy roads. I want to spin around and show you the beautiful shot here now that we can see it, now that the snow has backed off, of the Washington Monument. And if you look in the foreground, a lot of tourists and locals, even some folks out on cross-country skis this afternoon enjoying this wintry weather in Washington. Again, Kristen, 2 inches so far. We're going to watch that batch of precipitation on the radar to see if it gets back in here and to see if it actually is snow. Nonetheless, it's all going to be over with by about 7 o'clock tonight.
All right, thank you very much. Our Mike Seidel reporting live from Washington, D.C. Well, we're also seeing some heavy rain in association with this entire system. That has been sweeping through the south, and some areas have picked up close to 2 inches of rainfall. It continues to move over the same areas that have been hit all morning and afternoon, and you can see some of that heavy rain and even some thunderstorms pulling through Alabama and heading on into Georgia. Very wet roadways. Watch out as some of those trucks pass you. They have a tendency to spew all of that back onto your windshield. Kind of tough. Light rain now coming to an end in Nashville. You're still in it in Chattanooga and in Knoxville. Charlotte, you're also seeing some of those heavier downpours, and it's going to be a wet afternoon all the way from south central Alabama and then heading on up into the Norfolk area. Look for at least an inch of rain in your region. It is needed rain. We've been very dry here, but many of us not used to driving in those downpours, so take it easy. By tomorrow morning, we'll also see the return to drier weather, so a much better way to end your weekend. Coming up next, the skiers forecast.
Discover soft, silky, beautiful hair with the heat-activated moisturizers in Thermosilk.
You know, when I started out in the automotive business 25 years ago, every time you stopped to get gas, someone checked your tires. At Penske Auto Centers, we offer that same old-fashioned service.
Come into Penske Auto Centers now for a free tire rotation and a vehicle courtesy inspection. And remember, when you buy 3 tires, you get the 4th tire free.